Hello, thank you so much for watching today. I wanted to talk really about the COVID virus and about the amount of food that people buy nowadays. It just seems so much excess. Back when I was little, like in the 70s and end of the 60s, shops were only open 9 till 5. There was certainly no Sunday trading. Um, there was just like little off licenses, maybe like later on in the night if you wanted to go and get something. But there was certainly no 24-hour shopping. There was certainly no mountain trolleys full up to the brim with everything. And over these years, we just seem to have got more and more excess that just seems quite normal, really, to some extent. And as years have gone on, we've now gone into like Just Eat apps and Domino's pizzas deliveries, and it has just become this mountain of food that people see as quite normal. And I guess it's really not normal. If we go back to like proper earlier times of like, the caveman times, people then would just honestly just fish and have a fish. That was it. There was certainly no starters. There was certainly no strawberry cheesecake for afterwards or a bottle of wine. And there was certainly no chilling out at night watching Netflix with a big bag of popcorn. And I think it's not really doing us any good. The amount of money that we throw away on things that are honestly not needed. And it honestly affects our health as well. We're not real. I mean, I can't say anything because I'm just as bad, I'm criticizing anybody here. But it honestly makes us feel like we're stuffing ourselves with far too much that is honestly not needed for our health. My health myself, I feel like proper bogged down sometimes, when you're just stuffing yourself up with things that, are so irrelevant and so not needed. And if you go to any shop within the UK, all the ends of the aisles are full up with bottles of fizzy pop and chocolates and things that aren't even food. And look at people's trolleys, they're not even filled with food, they're just filled up with junk that people see as quite a normal thing. And I was reading something the other day that said our stomachs, in all fairness, are the size of a fist. If you look at that, that is so little to what we're sort of cramming in every day. That is giving us diseases to some extent, is making us ill and run down. And I know the coronavirus so much isn't so much a good thing, but in some ways it is, that it's helping people do a bit of a reset on their lives and what we're actually doing to ourselves and what we're actually bringing into our lives. And it's giving these people a bit of a time to sort of reset and think, how much crap am I honestly throwing away here? How much rubbish am I buying that I don't need? The amount of people who go out and buy umpteen loaves of bread that is just so not needed. You don't need to be stuffing ourselves up with all that. And I myself have gone back onto YouTube and had a look at some of the depression cooking things, that what they was actually having way back when. And it was just very simple meals with potatoes and vegetables, something quite simple. There was certainly obviously no pizzas and all the rest of it. So if anything, it's giving us a time to maybe look at our diets, get our health right, get some exercise done, even look at planting things outside. That there is so much we can do. We may not always live in the best climates, but we can certainly look towards what we can do within our home, what we can make, what even like in limited spaces we can certainly do little herb gardens and things which would help us as well. And it is so nice and satisfying, to see something grown, to see that you've actually made something and it's working, and this is good, that you can throw that in with your cooking. And so yeah, it is giving us this reset. And hopefully when all this is over, we will not see people who honestly feel the need to go out and fill trolleys full of toilet rolls and things that are just so unneeded. And back when I was very, very little. Honest to God, I remember my grandma having an outside toilet, and they would just be filled up with newspapers. And you'd use newspapers. You certainly wasn't spending £20 on quilted tissue that again is just excess and waste. And I don't mean that you should sit there and think, right, that's fine, I'm never buying another toilet roll again, I'm just going to manage with a leaf. And that's so not what I'm saying. But you know, this excess is crazy, and hopefully we can just get back to simpler times, get back to like living a better life where we're not feeling we have to work hundreds of hours a week trying to keep up with all the excess we're buying, all the stuff we're throwing away, all the money that is tossed to the wind. And hopefully this helps us to get our bodies right, get our energy levels right. And you know what? We don't even pick up diseases when we're well. We really don't. A lot of the diseases come from being overweight, from being inactive, from being ill, from being just bogged down with rubbish. So if we can get some proper vitamins in ourselves, we can start eating properly, we can start getting ourselves back to what we actually should be. You know, this is all to the good. So hopefully, you know, let's spend some time constructively. Let's get everything working better in our lives. You know, let's not keep tossing money away and giving the supermarkets way more money than we actually need to. And you know, hopefully we can get back to some simpler times and a bit more money that's in your pocket at the end of this and not tossed away elsewhere. You know, so thank you so much for watching. If anybody is watching and this video has actually managed to get through all the other millions of videos, and somebody actually says that, which, thank you so much. Listen, and wherever you are in the world, I wish you all the very, very best. From my guides, I honestly feel this is temporary anyway. I don't think it is something long term, but it is just giving us a bit of a break and a bit of a reset, you know. So again, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself, look after yourself, and remember, this too shall pass. Thank you. Bye bye.